go, Grace, come on! Come on! Keep moving, don't look back!
I need you to call, please.
Calm down, buddy.
Right now.
All right, buddy, just tell me what your trouble is.
Just do it!
All right, man, I'll call the cops.
Everything's gonna be all right, Grace. We're gonna be all right.
My name's Detective Carter. Want to tell me about that?
That was for our protection, supposedly. You ought to see what that thing can do. You know, I told the officer that picked us up that you need to get your people out there right now. There's no telling what these people are gonna leave behind.
Be that as it may, I'm still gonna know exactly what's going on.
Where's Grace?
Is that the name of the woman you came in with?
Yeah.
She's fine. The nurse is attending to her, then my partner will be speaking with her. Do you know Grace's last name?
No, I just found out her name. First name, a few hours ago. Can I have a cigarette?
Afraid not. No smoking in the building.
Just a cup of coffee.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here? Cream and sugar?
Yeah.
Something funny?
You know, it's kind of a place where every move that I made was being watched now, only to come to another place where every move I make is being watched.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
What's today's date?
September 5th.
Feels like I was down there a lot longer than that. I was in bed with my wife when it happened. This is gonna be good for us.
Like your last promotion was good for us? 70, 75 hours a week in the office.
Well, I just knew you were gonna say that. So yeah, I know. It's a lot of hours, I know, but what I promise you this.
Felix, I miss you. When's the last time we even were able to go to dinner together?
I know. I promise that. I promise that it'll be different once this comes through. Once this.
Did you hear something?
No, I didn't.
Just making excuses now. Come on.
What's wrong? Felix?
Hello?
Get the hell out of my house!
You all right?
Bastard hit me right in the arm with that poker.
That's what you get for hesitating, you big pussy.
Hesitating? It's not the easiest thing to move around in these suits, you know. How long do we have to leave these things on anyway?
Doc says we gotta leave them on until we get back. Hey, he's coming around. Hold up. He's coming too. Let's give him the shot.
He's not going to remember any of this, is he?
You kidding? By the time they're done with him, he'll be lucky if he remembers his own name.
Nighty-night.
Hear me, Felix. My name is Dr. Thurman. You may still be a little drowsy from the medication, but what I have to tell you may come as a bit of a shock, so we wanted to make sure you were nice and calm when you woke up. Nod your head if you understand what I'm saying. Good. Now, Felix, I'm going to come straight to the point. We believe you have come into contact with someone carrying a deadly virus. What it is exactly, I cannot say at the moment, but I can assure you we will at the proper time. I also want to apologize for how we had to get you here. But this virus is serious enough that we couldn't take any chances of you running away on us. Now what we're going to do is get you cleaned up, draw some blood, and run a series of tests on you. Then we'll get you something to wear and put you in a room until your results are available. Okay?
My wife.
Oh, she's fine. We'll let you see her soon enough.
You know, I have a couple questions for you. I mean, what is this place? Huh? What is this place? What's going on? Where the hell's my wife? What did you do to my wife? Say something! Say something. What's this for?
It's for your protection.
From what?
The doctor will explain everything. Until then, avoid touching it as much as possible.
You thought there was one more showing up. The name's Duncan.
Felix. What made you think there'd be one more?
One cot left.
I'm Pierce. How long have you been here?
Not long. I think they brought me in sometime last night. How about you guys?
I think I've been here about 3 days.
Same here.
Liz Burton. 2 days, maybe?
It's Sleeping Beauty got here sometime last night. They brought her in a few hours ago. She's in shock.
Have you heard anything? Have you got any of your test results back? Anything?
Not a word. A couple times a day, 2 of those guys in those hazmat suits come through the door at food. But other than that, we ain't seen or heard nothing.
You've been here 3 days and you haven't heard anything.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking come in and won't say a goddamn word to us, man. They just throw the food in, stare at us, and turn around and walk out.
Even more fucked up is last night when they brought her in here, I went up to one of those guys, the masks. He pulled a gun on me.
Wait. Pulled the gun on you?
Were they rough on you when they brought you in?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, broke into my house, they knocked me out. I was in bed with my wife, for Christ's sake.
Same thing. I got home from work and knocked me in the head.
I fell asleep on my couch. I guess it was more like passed out.
I was having dinner with my wife and kids, just like always. They said I'd be able to see my wife and kids when I first got here.
Yeah, I was told the same thing.
Yo, well, don't hold your breath. This whole thing's real fishy, man.
Do you guys think we're really sick?
Do you feel sick?
I mean, I feel like I got the shit kicked out of me. I feel groggy, I feel weak. But I'm sure that's from all tests that have been running on me.
It's bullshit, Felix. The whole thing's bullshit.
We don't know that.
Oh, really? You expect me to believe they've been watching us through these cameras day and night and just haven't gotten around to us yet? If this whole thing really is legit, don't you think we would have heard something by now? You hear me? We want to know what the fuck is going on. We're not animals, you bastards.
That's not going to help.
Well, look who decided to join the conversation. You got a bright idea?
We wait.
Yo, let me in 3 goddamn days. Let's see if you're that cool when you've been here that long.
They know we're here. Screaming at the cameras? That's certainly not going to help at all.
How'd they pick you up?
While I was driving home.
Does that sound like something doctors do? Does that sound like something doctors do? Hell, the government wouldn't even pull this type of shit.
It's not government, it's not the doctors. Who the fuck is it?
That's the question, isn't it? And what's with these things? What's with these
She
things?
not touch it. She told me not to touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
The lady, the doctor, put it on me. She says, don't mess with it. It's for my protection. I mean, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
Probably just checking her vital signs.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Stop pecking with
Have you ever seen anything? Have you fuck this? Y'all fucking right there. Seen something like this before? Shit! Don't tell me you buying into this.
I don't know what to believe. I'm not gonna rule anything out.
They're just fucking with our goddamn heads.
Damn right.
Someone should wake her up. She should really be in on this.
Then go wake up.
Hey. Hey, honey, we need you to wake up. Come on, can you wake up for us? Oh! Shit! She's dead!
This is fucked up! It's fucked up!
So much for there not being a disease.
When do you think she died?
Who knows? She's been like that for hours.
What did she look like when she first came in?
Alive!
She looked scared and confused.
Did she say anything?
Same thing we've all been saying. Where am I? What the fuck is going on?
Any chance she had something the rest of us don't?
Good question. Ask them.
Hey, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here.
Calm down, baby. I'm on your side. Man.
Does anybody, by any chance, remember being dragged through the woods?
You were dragged through the woods?
I mean, it's really fuzzy, but I think that's how they brought me here.
Nah, I don't remember being dragged through the woods.
Do you think we're maybe someplace secluded?
I mean, think about it. It makes sense.
How does that make sense? Wouldn't it make more sense if we're in gowns in the hospital? Have you seen this fucking place?
No, not if we have some fucked up disease.
Then why aren't any of us showing symptoms? What kind of disease that kills with no warning?
Let's hope that's why they're taking their sweet ass time trying to figure all this shit out.
Well, that one ain't waiting till my ass is dead on my cot. Next time they drop my food, I'm getting this man.
How exactly are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I don't care if I have to put my head through the wall. They're gonna tell us something.
Duncan, it's Duncan, right? She has a point. Don't you think saying that directly into the camera is a wise idea?
I don't care. I don't care. You hear me, asshole? You better send the fucking officer through that door. You better send the fucking officer through that door.
All right, that didn't work. All right, when was the last time they actually brought food? How about that?
Last night.
That's right. So y'all be ready to jump. That door can open any moment.
Whoa. Speak for yourself, cowboy. I ain't taking a bullet for you, man. I'm sorry.
This ain't just about me, it's about all of us.
Yeah, like you do. You're goddamn about what happens to anybody but you.
You fucking pussy.
Fuck you, man. There's no reason to think that these people don't have our best interest in mind.
Our best interest.
Yeah.
Is that why they dragged us from our homes? Why they're not telling us shit? Or how about we been there in the room with us, but they don't personal weapons?
Well, how about nobody ever moved your monkey ass in charge?
Monkey, big up, motherfucker.
Come on, man.
Knock this shit. You two, and let me have the right fucking out. That's what you're gonna get now.
You out. Let's go, do maybe have to tell you again. Let's go!
Yo, wait! What about her? She's dead! Come on!
Can you believe this?
No.
they do to you?
They fucking strapped me to a table.
Do the same to you?
No. What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing it for? Where are my test results? I've been waiting on them for days.
Sorry, Mr. Bruno. I'm afraid it does not look good. How long have you been a junkie?
Is that what this is about? Did I shoot up with something bad? What is that? Is that the vaccine? What are you fucking blindfolding me for?
We'll be back.
Don't leave me like this! Please! No! No! Please! No!
What we gonna do?
This is one hell of a story. You do know how this sounds, right?
I'm sure it sounds pretty crazy.
You'd be right. Now, at this point, did you still think you'd been infected with a virus?
I didn't know what to think. Between the dead girl in the room, Burton's story, I mean, you just confused the hell out of all of us.
Now, where does this Grace woman come in? Was she in a different holding cell?
No. She's one of them.
One of who?
She's one of the doctors.
Let's take a break for a few minutes. Can I get you anything? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think he's got a really vivid imagination.
How's Hobbs doing?
Well, they had a staring contest going for about a half hour, but she just started coming around. I think you ought to let him stew for a little bit and listen into what she's got to say.
All right.
You ready?
Where do you want me to start?
You said you had a job interview. Start from there.
His name was Jenkins. Dr. William Jenkins. I met him in his office in Charlotte about a month and a half ago. I waited over 45 minutes for him to show up.
Oh, don't get up. I'm sorry I made you wait. I had a very important meeting I couldn't get out of. I hope you weren't waiting too long.
No, not at all.
Says here you graduated from Brown University where you received a PhD in psychology. What was your dissertation on and who did you study under?
Under Dr. Hastings with the university's Department of Neurology, and my dissertation was on the relationship between stress and cognitive thinking.
Ah, here it is. Looks like he's written you a pretty favorable letter of recommendation. He says you're one of the brightest minds he's ever worked with. Would you agree with that assessment?
I think Dr. Hastings only works with the brightest, and I would not be surprised if that's a form letter he sends out for all of his students.
Good answer. Was it explained to you exactly what we do here?
I know you are involved with some intense research, but people seem pretty tight-lipped about what it is exactly that you do.
The truth be told, Grace, the research we're involved in here is completely confidential. What is also confidential is who hired us and where the results are sent once the experiments are completed. Now, what I can say is because of what we do here, thousands of lives will be saved. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, Grace. If we decide to bring you on board, I want you to know exactly what you're getting yourself into. Most of the projects we're involved in are extremely intense and also a bit unorthodox. So if you're not willing to be a team player, or if you're not going to be willing to do some things that might go against your personal beliefs, well, you might as well walk out that door right now. Because frankly, we don't care what your personal beliefs are. What we do care about is saving lives. And that is what should be kept in the forefront of your mind.
Well, I have no problem with anything you just said. It has always been my intention to be part of a research team whose results truly make a difference.
Are you married?
No.
Any kids?
No. Is that important?
When we take on an operation, we do just that. You'll live, sleep, and eat in the facility where the project is taking place. Most of the projects range from a week up to several months, so we tend to shy away from hiring anyone with a family. We want you focused on the job at hand. Any sort of distraction would be considered a hindrance, and we can't have that.
Well, I don't have a family, so that shouldn't be an issue. But I'm sure you already knew that.
That's true. In fact, there's very little we don't know about you. Truth be told, without an extensive background check, you wouldn't even have made it through the front door. Would it surprise you if I told you that you were hired over 2 weeks ago? That your paperwork has already been filed? That your plane ticket has already been purchased to the project site?
A little. I guess it shouldn't.
Why is that?
Because this doesn't feel like any interview I've ever had before. Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Were you really late because you were in a meeting?
I'll be having one of my associates contact you in the next couple of days to let you know where and when we need you.
I really appreciate
It
the
won't be necessary. Your work is appreciation enough.
This place is a ways out. Why so secluded?
Like I'm sure you were told by Dr. Jenkins, what we're doing is confidential. I suppose they look at it as, the more low-key, the better.
How many doctors and researchers are part of this project?
We have 5 doctors, including yourself, 2 research assistants, then there's myself and Unger.
And what role do you and Unger play, if you don't mind me asking?
We're security.
Security? Is there really need for security?
You'd be surprised. I'm sure they'll explain everything to you.
So, how many of these projects have you been a part of?
Just about all of them. Watch your step right there.
And what about the other doctors? Have they been a part of any of the other projects?
No. They tend to use different doctors on the research side of things. If you ask me, it's to gain a different perspective.
How long has everyone else been here?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
That's right. Don't worry, the actual project hasn't started yet. They've just been doing all the prep work. If you ask me, they finally realized how much work this was going to be and decided to bring in another doctor. Is that a problem?
No. No, of course not. I hope I'm not too far behind.
It's just up ahead.
Where? You've got to be kidding.
It's not as sinister as it looks. There's a ladder here at the edge. Once you're down, I'll hand you your bags. I'll be right behind you.
Huh.
Pretty wild, isn't it?
I've got Dr. Powers.
Great, bring her in. Hello, Grace. My name is Dr. Thurman. Bill Jenkins told me all about you. Be so kind as to help Unger with the cameras in the subject's quarters, would you?
No problem.
I hope the trip through the woods wasn't too tedious.
Not at all. It was quite beautiful, actually.
Well, let's walk and talk, shall we? The others are in the cafeteria. We should be making your formal introductions. Allow me to lead the way.
So, what do you think of our little facility here?
It's different. To be honest with you, it took me a little by surprise. The last thing I expected was for it to be underground.
Well, it gives us the privacy we need. The last thing we want is any interruption or loss of focus while the project is ongoing.
How long will this particular project take?
30 days.
And when does it officially start?
3 days from now. Actually, we're receiving our first subject tonight.
What are the subjects?
Well, that's still being kept under wraps until tomorrow. Don't want to spoil the surprise.
How many of them are there?
There's 6 in all. Once the final subject arrives, the doors will be locked from the outside by a member of our team, and we'll be stuck down here for the next 30 days.
We won't be able to leave?
Afraid not, but no worries. We have plenty of food and water to go around, and we'll certainly have plenty of doctors.
Well, here we are. Cafeteria's just around the corner. Excuse
Is that what you call this? We were just debating if this was actually alive at some point.
Don't mind Elliot. He's the smartass of the group.
I am not a smartass. I'm just extremely wary of any food that can't be identified by sight or taste. Hi. I'll give you $10 and my utmost respect if you can tell me what this is.
It's venison.
And she's right.
You caught our lunch in the fucking woods, didn't you?
All right, let me get through these introductions, and then you can continue your discussion of our fine cuisine. As you can see, our final doctor has arrived. Her name is Dr. Grace Powers. Grace, the man who just made you $10 richer, Dr. Rupert Elliott.
It's my pleasure, Grace.
The pleasure is all mine.
And next to him, Dr. Peter O'Connell.
How do you do?
Nice to meet you.
At the head of the table, one of our 2 research assistants, Wendy Spears, Randy Frost, our second assistant.
Grace.
And finally, Dr. Carrie Sanders. Well, if you don't mind, I'll excuse myself. I'll let you all catch Dr. Powers up on what we've been up to for the last 2 weeks. Grace, help yourself to some food. I'll see all of you in the morning in the main briefing room, where we will finally find out the details of the project.
It's about time.
You're not kidding.
Help yourself to the venison, Grace. You never know, tomorrow we may all be eating squirrel.
So, where did you go to school?
Brown.
Oh, Brown, fantastic school. I love Rhode Island. I lived there for about 5 years.
Oh.
How did you hear about the project?
A fellow student of mine gave me Dr. Jenkins's name. Told me if I was interested in a company that did really intense research that I should look him up. And here I am.
Have you done any intense research before?
When I was with the Department of Neurology, we did several experiments on dozens of primates.
Humans?
No, just monkeys. Are we working with humans on these experiments?
I certainly hope so. I can't imagine they're gonna lock us up for a month to run tests on fucking monkeys.
We'll find out tomorrow.
So, what kinds of things have you been working on the past couple of weeks?
We've been setting up the computer stations. We've been making sure we have all the proper medication, taking care of all the minor details. But to be honest with you, it feels like we've just been sitting around, spending a lot of time, just waiting for the project to begin.
I take it Dr. Thurman is in charge.
Well, he likes to think he is.
I'm gonna get some sleep. I'll see you all for the meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, I think she's got the right idea. Gonna go finish up some paperwork and call it a night. Was it still light outside when you came in?
Yeah, I'd say probably get dark in about an hour or so.
This whole underground shit really screws up my sleep schedule.
You nervous about the project?
Should I be?
Well, it just doesn't seem like you have much experience with these types of experiments.
I didn't think we knew what type of experiments we were dealing with.
Well, if the most important thing that you've dealt with only involves monkeys, I'd say you don't have much experience.
Well, the powers that be seem to think I was competent enough.
Hey, I didn't mean it like that. You know what? I'm sure you're more than competent and capable.
You've worked with human subjects before.
Many times.
How many?
I'd say maybe 14 or 15 separate projects.
Really? Was it voluntary?
For me or for them?
For them.
Sometimes.
Meaning what?
Meaning sometimes it wasn't.
How about you? You ever worked with human subjects before?
No. Hell, I've barely worked with animals. Some rabbits, small dogs. Nothing really major.
Seems a little odd.
What seems a little odd?
Well, no offense, but he's barely worked with animals before, and he's been put on this project.
Well, like you said, there must have been a reason. Besides, who knows, we might find out tomorrow that the subjects are really guinea pigs.
Included in your folders is all the information you'll need.
Our subjects are human?
Yes, there'll be 3 men and 2 women. Now, our objective is to study the mental and physical stresses they will be able to endure under various extreme conditions. I do not want any misunderstandings on this next point. These individuals will be taken literally to their breaking points, and none of the subjects are expected to live through the project. Knowing this, I want you all to remember that the information you gather over the next 30 days will save lives. In certain cases where our military are captured or there is a hostage situation, this type of data will be imperative. So I want you all to do your very best to disassociate yourselves from whatever moral conflicts you might have. You are professionals, and you've been hired because each and every one of you are the best at what you do. And each and every one of you has something special to contribute to this particular project. Are we all clear on this?
Will the subjects have any knowledge of why they're here?
No. Over the next several days, Mr. Wilcox and Mr. Unger will be taking the subjects against their will and bringing them here to the facility. Once here, they will be told that they've been exposed to a contagious virus. We will then place them in a communal cell where they will be told that they are awaiting their test results. Results that will never come. At no time, under any circumstances, will we deviate from the cover story that they are ill.
Now, you said there'd be 5 subjects. I've got photos of 6 people here.
That is correct. One of the individuals in the cell will be working with us.
Working with us how?
He will be supplying both us and the subjects with information that is critical to the experiment. Most of all, he will be in there to steer us in whatever direction we want.
Will he be brought here the same way as the other subjects?
Absolutely. He will go through everything the subjects go through.
To what end?
He will go through everything the subjects go through.
Including death?
I believe we've taken the necessary precautions to prevent that from happening.
Now, over the next several days, I want you to do nothing but to study these files. I want what's in them to become second nature to you. If we're going to find anything that's going to help us do our job, it's going to be in there.
Get back in your room, Grace.
What's happening?
Not much yet. Wilcox just brought Felix into the room and they're standing around talking.
How about Myers?
According to the vital signs on her collar, she's been dead for over 4 hours.
No one's noticed?
Not yet.
Listen to this.
You hear me? We want to know what the fuck is going on. We're not animals, you bastards.
It's not funny.
Oh, I think it's hilarious.
No, Grace is right. Let's try to remain civil. Here, take this and tell Wilcox and Unger to suit up and wait by the door. I'm gonna want them in there in a few minutes.
We've got something happening. Williams is approaching the body.
Shut up. O'Connell, take Wendy and suit up in examination room 1. I'm gonna be sending Burton in there in a few minutes. I think it's about time we let them know what the collars do. Whoever approaches the door when Wilcox and Unger enter, shock them.
What if no one approaches?
Then I'll pick someone, but I doubt we're gonna have that problem. Can you hear me, Wilcox? Tell Randy to get back in here now. All right. Deploy, get in there. Hold it a second.
Just tell me when.
Now.
Bingo.
Wow, they certainly work.
Christ, how many volts does one of those things put out?
Not enough to kill him.
Unless, of course, we kept pushing the button.
Jesus Christ, did you guys see that? Please tell me you saw that. I don't know if the cameras picked it up or not, but he pissed himself. Someone please get this fucking thing off my neck.
How are you feeling?
Peaches, rose petals. Except for the giant fucking knot I have on my head. Was that entirely necessary?
I was told to bring you in just like everybody else. You're lucky I didn't shock your ass.
Ever heard of chloroform, something?
Never mind that now. No one saw you inject Myers, did they?
Oh, hell no.
What's their demeanor? Tell me something I can't get from our surveillance.
Oh, I'd say pretty fucking hostile. Felix is calm, but Duncan and Burton, they're flipping.
What about Williams?
Well, I think the hypochondriac in her is kicking in, and she seemed a bit on the fence earlier. But when he discovered that Myers is dead, now they're all freaking out again.
Good. Make sure it stays that way. If anyone questions whether they're sick or not, try to steer it in our favor. But don't be obvious.
No, don't worry about that, but I think it would definitely help if we were showing some symptoms.
We just spiked the food that was brought in. Nothing too serious, but I should have just vomiting within the next 30 minutes or so.
And O'Connell is giving Burton a shot that should spike his adrenaline a bit, so you might want to stay clear of him for a while.
Duncan should be the one worried. I mean, they almost ripped each other apart in there.
I'm sure pissing himself knocked him down a peg or two.
Felix is showing no signs of stress?
No, he's showing signs of stress, but not nearly as much as the other ones. Of course, he hasn't been in there as long. He did show some concerns about his wife, so I'm thinking gradually he'll become more and more irritated.
Well, rest up for now. We'll be keeping you and Burton out for 24 hours or more. Once we put you back in, you'll probably be in there for at least a week.
All right, so what's next on the agenda?
We're going to stop sending in food for about 3 days. So you may want to go down to the cafeteria and indulge yourself with as much as you can.
Think so?
After that, we have mild hallucinogens we're going to add to the water.
Okay, all right, so what if I need to send you a message?
Place your pillow under your cot, but only if it's an emergency. I'd hate to interrupt what we've got going on for anything but.
I don't anticipate there being any problems.
Mind if I join you?
Bacon. It's good shit.
They tell me it's good. I try not to indulge.
No?
No.
You have to forgive me. I forgot your name. What was your name again?
No, it's okay. It's Grace.
Grace.
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah, I know.
So, Grace, everything's looking from your end of the camera.
Pretty much as expected. How about you?
Things are moving along. Better than expected. But next couple of days, things will really start to heat up. They're flipping.
You're not worried things are gonna get a little out of control in there?
Worried? No. No, I mean, that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. Tell me something, and forgive me if I'm being too, I was wondering how someone gets into the position of being the inside guy.
The inside guy. The inside guy. What's that? Is that what everybody's saying, or just you?
Yeah, I guess it's just me.
Huh. I see. Looking moment of clarity. Is that what you're looking for?
No, I was just thinking about it.
Look, I wish I could give you the right answer, the answer you're looking for to soothe your mind. But the truth is, I have a very well-trained conscience.
I'm sorry, a well-trained conscience?
Well-trained conscience. I'm able to separate myself from what I'm doing. See, I know that every 5 horrible things I do to somebody, 500 or 5,000 people maybe I could save.
Yeah.
So how do you do it?
I don't know. I guess I'm still grappling with that one.
You'll figure it out. Well, think of it like this. Hunting, shooting an animal, a deer. Shooting a deer might seem cruel. To a lot of people, it can seem a very cruel thing to do. But if you think about shooting that one deer, could feed dozens of people. Oh, well, then it doesn't really seem that bad, then, does it?
No, I guess not.
Hope you find what you're looking for.
Good luck, I guess.
Hobbs, can you come out here for a minute?
Sit tight.
Why did you pull me out? We were just starting to get somewhere.
Tell him what you just told me.
We've got 7 officers searching the woods they came from, and they haven't uncovered anything unusual yet.
She said it was a door hidden in the brush. I think it's going to take more than a few hours to find it.
Yeah, well, we also ran a check on this Dr. William Jenkins that she claimed she had a interview with in Charlotte. No doctor by that name.
Why would she lie?
Well, I'm not saying she is, but something's not right. Look, I think we ought to put the two of them in together. If she is lying, she'll be a lot more reluctant to do it with him in the room.
If you think it'll help. I don't think she's lying, though. You think she's lying?
I think if there's anything she's lying about, it's how much of a victim she is in this whole thing. But like he said, putting him in the room will clear some things up.
We found it best at this point to proceed with both of you in the room. Do either of you have a problem with that?
No.
Good.
Okay, now, when did things begin to escalate?
When we gave Duncan the hallucinogen.
Was he the only one that it was given to?
No. The Williams woman, too.
Any particular reason it was given just to these two?
Two of the waters we provided were tainted. Duncan and Williams just happened to be the unlucky ones.
You seem a little surprised by this. Did you not know that they were given the acid?
I knew they were given something. I mean, I never seen anyone act that way before. I just didn't realize it was in the water.
When did you notice something was wrong?
I had just woken up. I had been there for about, I don't know, 12, maybe 13 days.
Hey.
What is it? There's something wrong with these two. Hey, you alright? Hey. Are you okay? I think he's been drugged.
What?
It's okay, it's okay. Calm down. It's okay. Are you all right?
Are you alright? She looks like she's tripping her ass off.
How's that possible?
I don't know, but I'd swear by it. Hey, look at her pupils, they're huge.
Did someone give you something? Are you right?
Don't hurt me.
No one's going to hurt you.
It's not real. It's not real. It's not real.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
How much did you give them?
That much.
Idiot, I told you a mild hallucinogen! What good are they to us if you've caused them permanent psychosis?
Those you wanted to give them wouldn't have had any effect. All I did was give them a boost!
I'm in charge here!
Gentlemen, we have a problem here.
Get off him! Duncan, stop! Duncan, you're killing him!
Shock him again.
No, it's not working.
Wilcox, get Duncan out of there now. You two get to examination room 1. You're in charge. And you just sit there and don't move. I'm not through with you yet.
You incompetent prick.
What was that?
You heard me. Are you certifiable? Is that what your problem is? You may have jeopardized this entire project. And for what? Because you can't follow the simplest of orders.
I have no trouble following orders when there's a point to them.
Right.
I made a slight miscalculation in the dose.
A slight miscalculation? You nearly killed all of them. And who knows what kind of neurological damage you've caused.
You still think they're gonna live through this, don't you? Do yourself a favor, Grace. Just sit there and shut up!
Are you threatening me?
Yeah, I'm threatening you. So sit there and shut the fuck up!
I think you should both shut up. Do you have any idea how much damage control we're going to have to do?
Get the fuck in here! Get him the shot! Get him! All of you motherfuckers!
What happened?
He grabbed a scalpel from the table before we could strap him down and...
You're out of your fucking mind! There's no way we can possibly continue!
This is just a minor setback.
A minor setback? Dr. Thurman is dead. Our 2 research assistants are catatonic, not to mention the fact that Duncan has become a raving lunatic.
These are all statistics that have validity to the project, then. I mean, what are we doing here? We're bringing our subjects to their thresholds, right? So Duncan killed Thurman. Wendy and Randy are rendered useless. It just shows us what could happen if people are put under similar conditions. It's the best thing that could have happened. It's the best thing that could have happened.
You're fucking crazy, you know that?
No, he does have a point.
What, are you shitting me? You're not actually buying into this crap, are you?
Look, I agree that none of this went according to plan, but from a research point of view, we did still get the desired results.
Exactly.
Our project leader is dead.
And we're not! and have a job to do. What'd you sign up for anyway?
I don't know what you signed up
To
for.
get it
This wasn't
done.
it. I'm starting to think you like it.
Obviously, I think we'd need to restructure our approach.
Oh, you think?
But I don't see any reason why we couldn't continue.
I don't know. How about it's wrong?
Is it any more wrong than it was before?
Yeah, I think it is.
We know what? These people are gonna die anyway, Grace. What's the difference if we continue to run experiments? You know what the difference is? We get our jobs done.
He's right. We can't very well just let them go. And I, for one, don't want that door to open and have no data to hand over. Think of everyone that's counting on us.
I think they'd understand.
Yeah? Well, I wouldn't. Okay? And regardless of what you want, I'm continuing.
So am I.
Who do you think's in charge here?
I didn't come this far to let this project fall apart.
This project is dead. And so are your careers if you go through with this. And you've got more to worry about than your fucking career.
Oh yeah? Meaning what?
Meaning your actions led directly to Dr. Thurman's and Mr. Unger's deaths.
Oh yeah?
You'll be lucky if you don't get the electric chair.
Oh, I will. I think that'd be extremely difficult to prove considering you and I signed confidentiality agreements. Don't get in our way!
Never seen anybody scare themselves to death before.
She had some help, trust me.
What do we do?
I don't know, what can we do right now?
Well, it's obvious that we're not sick. I think we're just part of some kind of twisted experiment.
But why?
Well, the why is not what's important. What's important is that we get the hell out of here.
What about that guy?
Well, he hasn't been right since Duncan tried to kill him. He's been looking up at that camera for the last 3 hours.
If we didn't have these damn collars around our neck, it'd be a hell of a lot easier. You think we could just pop them off, maybe?
Oh, no, these people are too smart for that. It'd probably just shock the hell out of you.
What is it?
I have an idea. We'd have to wait for the exact moment, but I think it'll work.
Can you believe this shit? Things are gonna get ugly down here.
This whole project's been ugly. Right from the start. They're going to torture those people.
We have to talk to Wilcox. Alone.
Wilcox?
He's the only one that can end this.
Who's to say he doesn't want the same things as Elliot and Sanders?
No, I don't think so. He has a military background. He's used to dealing in absolutes. What they're suggesting is random, psychotic.
Yeah, well, he also understands the concept of the chain of command. And technically, right now, Elliot is in charge.
Yeah, well, hopefully Elliot's psychosis undermines his authority. Without Wilcox down here, we're totally alone.
Jesus. Okay, where is he now?
He just finished putting Thurman and Unger in the freezers. He's gonna talk to Wendy and Randy, try to calm them down.
Good luck with that. Those two are gonna need years of therapy.
Yeah, them and everyone else down here. Meet me outside your room at 6 a.m. We'll go talk to Wilcox alone.
Who's to say that he hasn't been talked to already?
Nobody. All right, when we get in there, let me do the talking, okay?
What are you gonna say to him?
Just the truth. Elliot and Sanders are out of control and something's gotta be done. Don't worry, Wilcox is a reasonable guy. He'll see things our way.
Oh, God. She's dead.
So is he.
What is he doing?
Eliminating witnesses.
Attention, subjects. This is your captor speaking. I've got good news for all of you. Your test results have come back, and I'm happy to inform you that you've all been given a clean bill of health. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to run some more tests on some of you. So if you'll be so kind as to be patient, I will get to you just as soon as humanly possible.
What have you done?
I'm afraid I can't trust you, Grace. So like it or not, you're gonna be part of this project. I can't very well do it alone.
You've got her.
No, I don't think I want to be any part of this.
That's all right. Grace and I can take over from here. Isn't that right, Grace? So let's see what we can accomplish, shall we? Attention, subjects. It's time for your first test. It's called betrayal. Among the 5 of you, there's one who hasn't been completely honest. Now I'll give you a hint. He's sitting down, and he looks very guilty. Let me introduce you to Dr. Sean Roberts.
No, listen to me. They're lying.
Oh, I'm afraid not, Doctor.
Son of a bitch. Don't believe it. It's not true. They're lying. They're just fucking with us like they have been. Can't you see that?
Oh, look who just lost their stutter.
What?
So I tell you what we're going to do. The first person to kill Dr. Roberts, I will let go!
Don't do this. Don't do this.
I'm afraid we just started, sweetie. So you might as well record as much data as you can. You and me. We're gonna be famous once this is done.
I did what you asked me to do. Now let me fuck out of here.
All right, gentlemen. I'm afraid I'm only gonna need one of you to continue. So who's it gonna be?
You ready?
Any preference? No? No preference? Well, who would you rather spend 2 weeks torturing? I know you don't think you're capable of this. Let me tell you something. We're gonna bust your cherry down here. And once we're through with it, you're never gonna want to work with fucking monkeys ever again.
So you're the one doing all this?
I tried to stop him.
Yeah, I can see that. You okay?
Yeah, other than the fact I think I just fucking pissed myself.
You know how to get out of here?
The door's supposed to be locked for 2 more weeks. I can take you to the entrance. Maybe we can shoot our way out.
So let's get out of here.
What do you got? What do you see up there?
Woods.
Fuck it, I'll take it. Let's get out of here. God damn it! Fuck.
I'd say that turned out better than we expected.
Not really the outcome I had in mind, but we'll definitely have usable data.
I thought this project would go the full month, but the death of Dr. Thurman turned out to be a considerable catalyst.
Brilliant idea putting that Grace girl in with Elliot. Was that your doing?
Almost didn't happen. I got a call from an associate up north who said he had just the moral compass we needed.
She was that.
Yes.
You sent for me?
Yes. Be so kind as to get a cleaning crew to Building 18. You'll find 11 dead there and 2 living. Let me know when it's done.
Where are we going?
Taking both of you to the hospital to get checked out.
Wait a minute, what about the woods?
We've got men in the woods. Hey, don't worry. If there's anything out there, we'll find it.
Yes, could you let Dr. Radcliffe know that Detective Carter has arrived?
Of course.
I need to see my wife. I
To let her know where I am.
Call's already been made. She's on the way.
This is almost over.
I'm going back to Rhode Island. This kind of shit doesn't happen there.
That's him.
That's him.
Who?
Dr. Jenkins. That's the man who hired me.
Dr. Radcliffe?
His name is Dr. Jenkins. Please don't let him take us. Man, we need to.
Don't be silly.
What are you talking
Dr. Radcliffe's a friend of mine. He's going to take really good care of you. Dr. Radcliffe?
Hello, Carter. You must be Grace and Felix. My name is Dr. Radcliffe. Detective Carter told me all about you on the phone. Now, why don't we get you two in a room?
Felix! Oh my God!
Carter, they were there! Carter, they were there! Wait a minute! Wait! Carter! Carter! Wait a minute! Wait! Carter! Carter, wait! God damn it!
So how did everything go?
Great. Here's your videos and the notes. I think you'll be pretty pleased. They both had a lot to say.
Fantastic. How much longer will your men be in the woods?
Just a few hours. They've been at it all day, so they'll probably call it quits pretty soon. Not that it matters. They're 500 yards away from the site.
I'll talk to you soon. Shall we continue?
trappings of their mind. Don't wanna live for the highest bid. Everybody's gotta fight. Face it, face it, face the lies. Ace it, ace it, ace is high.
Rolling.
Yes, that'll be a large cheeseburger, large fry, large drink. That'll be $5.47. Pull it out of the first window. What's this do?